どうも皆様、おはこんばんにちは、ヒロでございます。下手でも関係ない楽しむだけだをモットーに、シャーロック・ホームズ・チャプター1続きをやっていきたいと思います。はい。前回の続きでして、ギャングのところに潜入しようというところで、強行突破もできるんですけども、ジョンから別の方法があるんじゃないのっていうことで、変装しようではないかというところで、前回終わったかと思います。なので、その続きで、服装を用意しようというところなんですけども、俺ってギャングの服装なんて持ってたっけ？持ってないな、多分。持ってないので、まず服を買いに行きましょう。ちょうどここに服屋があるので、そこまで行きましょう。ギャングの服装をすればいけるのかな？
Lovely to see you.
服屋はどこかしら？あ、こうだ。
Nice affordable clothes. Step right up. Let's pick something that suits you.
そうなんです。ご入り用です。街の喧嘩屋。なんかもうちょっとなかったっけ？ええー、犯罪者の服。ガルマスク。あ、これだ。これか。購入できるんだったら買っちゃおう。で、ってことは首元見えなきゃダメか。髭つけとく？いや、メガネってな。深打ち、三角棒。あえて怪我しましたよ、みたいな感じ？えーと、ガンスリンガー、か不老者塩に母、水平。どの格好にしようか。犯罪者の服。これでいいか。
A good choice. A good choice indeed.
これでいけるか？帽子とか被ってないとまずいかな。顔普通に見ちゃってんだよな。これで試してみて、いや何やってんのってなっちゃったら、ちょっと考えよう。一応首筋にはマークつけてあるから、ああいう服装もあんのか。いや、みんな結構あれだな。ちょっと待って、みんな結構さ、みんなの服がさ、結構あっちに見えんだよな。さ、こっちっぽいんだよな。こっちでどうですか？ちょっと途中変えてみたけどどうですか？ダメですか？
Hey, stop. Who are you? Haven't seen you before.
Didn't see you either, mate. I'm John. Just shipped in from London. Cheap bastards had me sharing a bunk with two others.
Aye, that sounds like Bernadotte. Why are you here?
A problem at the refugee camp. I need to report to Mr. Bernadotte. The sooner the better.
I knew it was only a matter of time until those savages stirred up trouble. Go on, get inside.
ありがとうございます。顔、バレてない。内政問題。
You did it, Sherry. A full immersion into the criminal underworld.
さて、これで OK ですせと。で、さて、まあ明らかにやべえな。うん。これはどうしたらいいんだろうな。話を聞くってわけではないんだろう。
Silver and treasure, mate. Loads of pirate gold buried somewhere around, just waiting to be found.
It's all rot, there's no treasure.
But maybe there is. I just need to crack the bloody riddle.
あれ、噂話ではない。話を聞くべきではないはずなの。特になんか聞き込みをしろとかそういうのはないからな。あれ？どうすんの、ジョン。
That was one hell of a risk, but a lot of fun.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Sorry, we don't see much here.
まあそうだよな。 何かないだろうか。い
Sherry,
け
look.
たわ。
This seems familiar.
普通にいけたわ。何？ちょっと待ってね。
Masks, traditional for the Chokwe people of Central Africa. A Dogon statue from West Africa.
アフリカの竜。ほー。
A century old at least. VH Grindley Flow Blue Tableware. This is what lies behind the facade of Bernadotte Company Limited. Let's see what's hidden.
ああ、これか。いやー、いやー、なんとも言えない。
Vogel's stolen painting. Isn't it curious how it developed into a much more interesting case? An amazing piece of culture. I imagine many collectors and museums would be interested in having it.
何をやっておるんだ、ジョー。奥へと行けばいいと。
Hello, friend. Tough day, eh?
ああ、とてもな。こっちじゃないのか。一面記事、ゼッペリン関係。それだけ。
I suppose it's Mr. Bernadotte with our fine governor. 1875. It's taken a few years back.
数年前。
John, how many people in Cordona have a photograph with the governor, do you think?
You definitely don't have one.
Excuse me, Mr. Bernadotte is busy right now.
I don't know who you are, but someone will be punished for letting you in. First, let's talk.
親族か。なんかいろいろとあるぞ。これは先に収集しておいた方がいいのかな。なかなかの収集物だ。すみません。お話だけさせてください。
Whenever you're ready, I'd hate to intrude.
他の入れ墨と異なる。あ、ほんとだ。全然違うやん。どういうことだ？汚れ仕事も意図はない。冷酷。結婚してるのか？ ペラグラを患っていた。ペラグラってなんだ？アトピーみたいなもんか？ニコロ・ベルナトッティはギャングの冷酷な指導者で自分の権力を示すためにその手を汚すことも厭わない。若い頃の重労働でベルナトッティは自分が生きる世界を憎むようになった。これからも脅威であり続けるだろう。貧しい家庭で育ったため若い頃から現場で働かざるを得なかった。そのため、ペラグラに苦しむこととなり、皮膚には症状の跡が見られる。高価な服で隠すつもりはないようだ。ベルナドッティは、なるほどね。こっちは危険に備えて銃を近くに置いているが、今のところホルスターに収めている。冷酷な犯罪王。計算高い実業家。どっちだろう。でも、犯罪に手を染めてるのは間違いねえか。こっちか。
Bad news. The thug you sent to the refugee camp only succeeded in stabbing himself. His next and final journey will be to the morgue.
Hold your horses. Who the hell are you?
Sherlock Holmes. And you are Niccolo Bernadotti, a smuggler, kidnapper, and notorious cutthroat, among other things.
Few men would dare waltz into my office and address me like that. You are either overconfident or unintelligent.
比較的バカだと思います。
Give me one reason why I should not shoot you on the spot. I am sure my friends at the station would call it self-defense.
ボナファス・マーキュリーを知っているかい？
Mr. Bernadotti, do you know the name Boniface Mercurio?
I do not.
Mercurio was a local artist. Recently, a man broke into his apartment, ransacked the place, and killed him. The thief was looking for something.
You are testing my patience, boy.
In a moment, the connection will reveal itself.
強盗事件の捜査をしてい
I
る。
was hired privately to investigate the recent theft of a painting from an art gallery. My investigation led me to a man from your organization and, thus, to you, Mr. Bernadotti.
That is quite a stretch. Why would I need to steal a painting when I could buy anyone I wanted?
Interestingly enough, I spotted the stolen painting in your storeroom.
I buy and sell a lot of things, Mr. Holmes. Unfortunately, if this is true, it is not the first time I have been sold stolen merchandise. I presume you were hired by the owner of the gallery. Tell them to contact me, and we'll sort out the situation. So, this painting is why you broke into my office.
あなたの部下が野営地で死ん
As
だ
I。said, your man was found dead in the refugee camp. He was there to kidnap a woman, but the other refugees intervened to try and save her. The ensuing scuffle resulted in the man's accidental suicide. He sported the same tattoo as your men in this building. In fact, it also bears a resemblance to the one on your neck. Care to explain what business your man had with this woman?
You have no idea what you are talking about. I can assure you this was no kidnapping. The refugees in the camp are on edge. What happened there is a tragic accident, one I am not responsible for.
For what reason was your man there if not to abduct her?
Why would I answer? You are yet to justify your presence in the slightest. So many words, so little action. When you barged into my office, Mr. Holmes, I got the impression you wanted to talk business. Now I see you had come just to talk. Tell me exactly what you want, or get out.
It was necessary groundwork for what comes next. I have enough evidence to conclude that the gallery thief, the artist's killer, and the dead man in the camp are all the same person.
Your time is almost up, Mr. Holmes.
Before you draw your gun, there is one final detail I am yet to mention. The young woman your man was tasked to collect from the refugee camp had been defiled at a perverse masquerade party. That violation was captured in a photograph by Boniface Mercurio and used as a reference for his painting. The photo shows the attacker's face.
Finally. That's why you're here, Mr. Holmes. You have the photograph.
It is what your man was after when he broke into Mercurio's apartment, and it is what you're after too, isn't it, Mr. Bernadotte?
You have the photograph with you. How much do you want for it?
I am not naive enough to carry it with me, but I am yet to decide what I shall do with it. I know the man in the photo is a British envoy. What interest do you have in his downfall?
I must admit, I'm rather impressed by how comprehensively you have pursued this matter. And so, you deserve the honest answer.
本当に正直に答えてくれん
are
の？
often arduous in their bureaucracy. A man in his position, willing to look the other way, could ease my work significantly. In return, I will make sure no one looks his way either. A favor for a favor.
Also known as blackmail, the modus operandi of any true professional.
It was not originally my idea. Mercurio set things in motion, extorting the envoy for the most trivial of ends. Money. In response, the envoy hired my man to retrieve the painting and the photograph, eliminating Mercurio's leverage. I only learned the whole story after the artist was killed in his home.
And rather than extricate yourself, instead you took over Mercurio's venture.
It fell into my lap. As a businessman, I simply seized the opportunity. Now, how much do you want for the image?
なぜ少女が必要だった？
Why did you send your man to remove the woman from the camp?
Without a photograph, her testimony was the next best thing. Securing her was in everyone's interest. Victims and witnesses all too often disappear. I thought the girl was safer with
よく
us.
言うわ。
I did not anticipate what would happen at the camp.
うん。密輸された工芸品。
I could not help but appreciate the collection of smuggled artifacts in your storeroom. You have rather diversified your business.
Oh, high and mighty of you, Mr. Holmes. Not all smuggling is immoral. I pay generous rates to developing cultures and spread
くつろいでんな、
their
ジョ
culture
ン。
to eager buyers. And furthermore, I supply many immigrants with a taste of home.
A very convenient way of thinking.
I have traveled wildly, Mr. Holmes. I've seen people in far-flung lands for whom my services are a lifeline. Without them, they would starve. The tax on cargo is often so absurd that it would be more profitable to simply sink your ship than dock it in the harbor. And trust me, I am speaking from experience.
倉庫にいる難民た
I
ち。
saw refugees from the camp at your warehouse. They work for you.
I have made certain arrangements with City Hall and the police. Thanks to me, refugees can work and be paid. It's a pathway to freedom.
And how much do you save by capitalizing on their cheap labor?
I have heard no complaints. They seem happy just to get out of that slum.
もし写真を渡すと言ったら、
Why should I give you the photograph?
Just name your price.
What if my price were not money? You claim to have connections, Mr. Bernadotte. Perhaps you could improve conditions for the refugees. Give them a chance for a better life.
Ha! I do have connections, Mr. Holmes, but help the whole camp? You are asking too much. I could, however, make arrangements for one person. The woman who was violated will have her own home outside the camp, solely for her and her child. She will no longer be a refugee, but a princess. That I can guarantee.
Is that really possible?
It will be neither fast nor easy, but I can do it. She deserves it, don't you agree? And as for her abuser, he will serve me as much as he deserves.
So, in your plan, everybody will be given their due. Especially you, Mr. Bernadotte.
Seems like a fair deal, no? I doubt anyone could offer you better. Simply give me the photograph, and the world becomes a better place. I give you my word.
うわー、これどっちに渡しても嫌じゃん。 あ。これどうしよう。いや、待てよ。なんか、結局これなんか、重要な証拠は、すべての証拠を回収してない。俺なんか証拠回収してねえな、俺ここ。すべての証拠を回収した。あれなんで回収してねえんだろう、ここ。いやでもこの人と喋ったらもう終わっちゃう気がすんだよな。
I opened the front door for you. Please, sir, do not linger.
ああ、なんか証拠が足らない。あれなんか証拠が足りないらしいけども、集めれてないのかな、俺。わからん。なんか足らないらしいけども。いや、こっちか。
An essential remedy against sea scourge on any ship. Shipped from Cape Town. The wine route from colony to colonies. Porcelain friend for every child. This earthenware came a long way from the Staffordshire potteries. Bernadotte doesn't miss an opportunity to occupy every niche in the market.
一応収集はしてるのかな。ちょっとフリーズした。危ねえ。 そうっすね。どうやら、これで全部、出来上がってるみたいっすね。出来上がったみたいなんだけど、まあ、結局、あれか、ボーゲルに渡すか、まあ、まあ、市役職員というか、まあ、ノートンっていう、まあ、今回のね、女性に暴行した人に写真を渡すか、ベルナドッティか、に渡して、まあ、脅迫するための証拠として、まあ、使わせるかっていう3つの選択肢ですね。にはなってると。いやー、これどうしようか。ベルナドッティも嫌だし、ノートンも嫌なんだよな。かといってボーゲルに渡したところで、結局ね、暴行を受けた女性のね、方がどうなるかっていうところもあるし、移民の問題もあるしっていう難儀な状態だな。悩むところですね。ということで、お時間的にちょうどいいので、今回はここまでにしたいと思います。次回はね、無事に謎解きと、まあね、誰にするかっていうのを決めて、まあ先をね、進めようかなと思います。はい。ご視聴いただきまして誠にありがとうございました。また次回の動画でお会いいたしましょう。またね。